Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to my reading show. Today I'm reading the second part of Thimble. So let's begin. It's from Mother's at Blandford. I'll read you. The funny part of it, she tells me all the neighborhood news first, of course, and then cautions me against getting my feet wet and musical comedies. After that, come vital statistics. Vital statistic about cows, and pigs, and an estimate of the wheat crop. And now I'll quote some. And what do you think, old Uncle Jake, who was 76 last Wednesday, must go traveling? Nothing would do, but he must go to New York and see his young master, Master Blandford. Old as he is, he has a deal of common sense, so I let him go. I couldn't refuse him. He seemed to have concentrated all his hopes and desires into one adventure into the wild world. You know, he was born on the plantation and has never been 10 miles away from it in his life. And he was your father's body servant during the war and has been always a faithful vassal and servant of the family. He has often seen the gold watch, the watch that was your father's and your father's father's. I told him it was to be yours, and he begged me to allow him to take it to you and to put it into your hands himself. So he has it carefully enclosed in a buckskin case and is bringing it to you with all the pride and importance of a king's messenger. I gave him money for the round trip and for a 2 week stay in the city. I wish you would see to it that he gets comfortable quarters. Jake wouldn't need much looking after. He's able to take care of himself. But I have read in the papers that African bishops and colored potentates 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 generally have much trouble in obtaining food and lodging in the Yankee metropolis. That may be all right, but I don't see why the best hotel there shouldn't take Jake in. Still, I suppose it's a rule. I gave him full directions about finding you and packed his wallies. I faced with this word, but I forgot it. His wallies myself. You won't have to bother with him. But I do hope you'll see that he's made comfortable. Take the watch that he brings you. It's almost a decoration. It has been worn by true Carters. Carters. And there isn't a stain upon it nor a false movement of the wheels. Bringing it to you is the crowning joy of all Jake's life. I wanted him to have that little outing and that happiness before it's too late. You have often heard us talk about how Jake pretty badly wounded himself, crawled through the reddened, reddened grass, reddened at Chancellor, Chancellor's will, Chancellor's will, Chancellor's will. To where your father lay, with the bullet in his dear heart, and took the watch from his pocket to keep it from the Yanks. So, my son, where's the when the old man comes, consider him as a frail, but worthy messenger from the all-time life and home. You have been so long away from home and so long among the people that we have always regarded as aliens. And I'm not sure that Jake will know you when he sees you. But Jake has a keen perception. And I rather believe that he will know a Virginia Carter at sight. I can't conceive, something familiar, that even 10 years in Yankee land could change a boy of mine. Anyway, I'm sure you will know Jake. I put 18 colors in his valise. If he should have to buy others, he wears number 15 and 1, 2, 1, 1 divided by 2. All right, 15 and 1 divided by 2. 1, 2. All right. Please see that he gets the right ones. He will be no trouble to you at all. If you're not too busy, I'd like for you to find him a place to board where they have white meal, cornbread, and try to keep him from taking his shoes off in your office on the street. His right foot swells a little, and he likes to be comfortable. If you can spare the time, count his handkerchiefs when they come back from the wash. I bought him a dozen new ones before he left. He should be there about that time this letter reaches you. I told him to go straight to your office when he arrives. As soon as Blandford had finished the reading of this, something happened, as there should happen in stores and must happen on the stage. Percival, of the office boy, with his air of despising the world's output of mill supplies, and leader Belling came in came in to announce that a colored gentleman was outside to see Mr. Blandford Carteret. Bring him in, said Blandford, rising. John Carteret swung around his chair and said to Percival, that's his name, sorry guys. Percival, ask him to wait a few minutes outside. I'll let you know when to bring him in. Then he turned to his cousin with one of those broad, slow smiles that was an inheritance of all the Carterets, and said, Bland, I've always had a consuming curiosity to understand the differences that you houndly Southerners believe to exist between you all and the people of the North. Of course, I know that you consider yourselves made out of finer clay and look upon Adams as only a collateral branch of your ancestry. Ancestry. But I don't know why. I never could understand the difference between us. Well, John, said Blandford, laughing. What don't what don't you understand about it is just the difference, of course. I suppose it was the feudal way, feudal, feudal way which we lived that gave us our lordly baronial airs and feelings of superiority. I can't understand this word, but just mark this or point out the meaning. But you're not the feudal now, went out John. Since we licked, you and stole your cotton and moose, you've had to go to work just as we damn Yankees, as you call us, have always been doing. And you're just as proud and exclusive and upper classy as you were before the war. So it wasn't your money that caused it. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me today and listening to the second part. And see you tomorrow on the third one. Thank you. Bye.